Alright guys, so today we're gonna be building a pen for my cows along with a stable. I don't really have plans for how this is gonna look like, but I just need a place where I can store both of my donkeys, which are in a hole right now. I think the first thing that we can get out of the way is building this pen, and I'm pretty sure I want to use some of these stone and just make a kind of an outline. If we fly out here pretty quickly, we can see that this is how big it's gonna be. And now that we have that, we can go ahead and add things like stairs, slabs, just to get all of the designs in. And I'll just do that around for the whole thing. Okay, so we just finished decorating and detailing our walls here, and I think it turned out pretty nice. The only thing we need to do is fill this place up with some greenery. Along these edges right over here, I want to fill this place up with ferns, bushes, grass, and also fill this floor with some coarse dirt, mud bricks, something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and get straight to it. We now have all of our grasses in place, along with some bushes, ferns, leaves onto the side. And if you come to this side, you can see that everything is coming together very nicely. And to make this space not feel too empty, I think we can add 2 smaller trees in this area. But we're gonna work on this big tree first before we get on to the 2 smaller ones. Whenever I'm building trees, I want to make sure that each one is a bit special and different than the last one. So it helps keep a variety of trees in the area and also makes everything a lot more eye-catching. This is probably one of my favorite trees I've ever built. You can see that when we walk down this path, everything feels a lot more lively and everything. Now we can go ahead and add a bit of a pathway over here and also change the flooring of this area and fill this place with some greenery so that everything doesn't feel too empty. Alright, so we have all of the cows in place along with the nice decorations. We even have a cow drinking from the water there. But I think the area turned out very nice. This is the build style I was going for, but now the only thing we have to do is get the stable finished. And also, where did my other donkey go? I'm pretty sure I had 2 in here, but oh no. Don't suffocate. Is that how oh my god, that's how my other donkey died. I'm gonna make sure that you don't suffocate just like the other one did. So back right in the hole. Gotta switch these to coarse dirts. You know what? I think it would be better for him to come. For now, he can just stay with the cows. He can stay here for now, but we have to make our stables real quick and get him in there. For our bottom here, I'm using a mix of moss blocks, mossy cobblestone, and mossy stone bricks to kind of give a lot more luscious effect in the area. And I'm also making sure that I'm using a bit of a variety of everything, a little bit of here and there, so that things won't feel the same or too chunky in some places or in some areas. Also using some stone cracked bricks, and I think that just gives it a lot more of pop of color. I'm also using some lodestone to kind of give a color difference to the repetitive stone placing. For the second floor, I'm using a mix of mangrove wood, stripped spruce logs, and also some spruce planks to kind of border everything in. And the main inspiration for this was some Google images. I just thought this nice little medieval thing was a bit interesting. And for the inside, I'm using a mix of mangrove woods and also some crimson planks once I get them. For our roof here, I bordered the andesite stairs with some tough blocks so that we can have a bit of a more refined look. And at the time of this recording, I didn't know I was off by 1 block with the walls. But I quickly realized that it was a bit off, so I went ahead and fixed that. You can see me adding some signs here for some detailing. And the first part of our building was finished. So the first thing I did was build a base of this area using some tough blocks, deep slate at the bottom, then moving to a lot more lighter tone. And then finally I was able to put in our second floor using some birch planks, sand, and sandstone for a lot more lighter look into the building. And to fill this empty wall up, I added a bit of decoration such as the hanging signs, crafting table and scaffoldings just to spruce everything up. And I also have some hanging signs here to soon read out stables. So we just finished everything up, got some detailings in and everything, and I'm pretty happy of how this thing turned out. To make the roofs look a bit more spiky, I used some iron bars and also some candles on top. But I think down here is my favorite part. I'm thinking of a painting right here, or maybe a banner to kind of show a bit of a drawing on that side. Maybe the guy who lives here was forced to be a farmer but actually liked painting, so he just does it in his spare time. And we'll also get to furnishing in this area where we'll have all of our donkeys, maybe horses in, and on this side I might have something functional, but I'm not really sure what it's gonna be. But this one's not gonna be recorded, so we're gonna do everything really quick. Okay, so it has been some time, and you can see in here we have a neat furnished stable with our singular donkey here. I've also walled off this room because it will soon probably have something. I might put some small farms in here, but I'm not really sure, so I'm just gonna leave this on vacant, and when I want to build something I can just go ahead and do that later. And when we move up here through the stairs, we can see that there's a lot of color going on here. For this floor here, we're using a mix of granite and some acacia wood. I think we did very nicely right here. We got some paintings, and on this side it's also blocked off. This is the same reason I want this place to be a bit functional, so we have it open. The stairs here are also a bit weird. It cuts to two ways because I couldn't fit them on the same level. And up here is probably one of my favorite rooms that I've built right now. Up here we have some storage, normal paintings, and also trapdoors to resemble smaller ones. We also have some flowers down here at the bottom and also some storage. In this spot we have a bit of a place where the artist can stand or sit. And we have a nice cherry blossom tree right here using the loom and some dyes. I think we did a pretty good job here, filling in every spot that needs to be filled and making everything really come to life. Now that we have a nice stable, a happy donkey, there's only one thing left to do. This acacia fence has been here for around 350 days, and I think it's finally time to remove it in this world. I just want to thank you for making it this far if you did, and if you did enjoy, leave a like and maybe comment down on what I should do next. But other than that, I had a lot of fun recording this, and I hope you have a great day.